and then you try to give them some tools of change, the resistance is absolutely amazing because it's primal. They've seen their mother do it, they've seen their aunt do it, they've seen their sisters do it.
Resist the change.
They resist the change with everything inside of them until they really understand that they have it within them to be excited about the adventure of having this change be a good thing.
Good thing. Change.
Because they picture it bad, fearful. And so therapeutically, you can put it into redesign it so that once their heart stops pounding and they can envision for themselves what would make them happy. What would make them happy?
In the midst of change.
In the midst of change.
Well, funny you should mention change. A lot of us are going through change now. Whether we want it or not, we're in such transition now. I mean, I know a lot of people losing their jobs and their insurance and health insurance, and I mean, there's so many changes taking place now. It's like we are, as a whole humanity, been taken out of our comfort zone. What would you say to help people that are, I mean, if you can say anything.
Well, you know, and it's simple. It is that we need to really look at, see, how can we do life differently?
Yes.
We have to do life differently. We haven't been doing it right.
We have to learn how to let go.
Yeah.
And how to say no to what is not working anymore. And we have to really step back and look, what isn't working anymore? So if the job's not working, we have to redesign ourselves.
Or if we don't have a job.
That's right. Then we have to find, well, what is that part of me that gives me joy? The part of me that I feel energized about, and start really going into depth. What makes you happy? You know, where do you get energy? Because we want to have jobs and have service in the world where we're energized, if at all possible. So it's an inquiry. I think that's one of the things we tend to do, is outlive the question we're living in.
That's interesting. Explain that. I love that. She says some really
we're outliving
things.
Where our mind has been.
We're outliving where our mind has been.
Where we're focused, and we've really outgrown it, but we don't realize it. And so we have to start asking ourselves new questions. And so that's always coming up with new questions. Like I mean, a coach is, one of the things you do as a coach is ask a lot of questions. Well, but we don't many times ask ourselves questions because we're stuck in our
comfort zone.
Comfort zone, which is not working anymore.
So like you said earlier, you have to keep doing your work. You know, when I'm thinking about transitions and asking us questions is like where our joy lies. I mean, for people that work these jobs and they work because they wanted to make money, why they want to make money? Because they thought it would make them feel good. And now they're realizing they don't have the money, but there are things in their lives that still make them feel good. They have grandchildren, or they have friends, or they have time to walk in the park, or they have time to garden, and they didn't have time before to do those things because they were so busy making money so they could have material possessions. So we have to reevaluate what really has meaning in our life.
Yes, what has meaning? What is truly now our priority?
But how do you speak to a person that really needs to make a certain amount of money not to lose their home? I mean, is there a maybe you can answer this one. Is there a trust that is involved?
And of course, I feel that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, I know. I've always got Badeish here. She's always got an answer to that
hands down. I think that we need to have a faith in a higher power. I think that we need life skills. I don't think our society, our educational system, is teaching life skills, and it saddens me to when I have exposure to a lot of the college kids. They don't have some of the normal skills you would think that they should have, like how to handle a checkbook, how to talk to an insurance agent, how to go to the bank. I mean, they don't have these skills. You would think that in such an advanced society that the parents would be teaching the kids this, but this isn't what's going on. And so there's a lot of failures that happen the first year in college because they don't have life skills. But now I'm also working with young men and young women that are in their 20s and 30s that don't have enough life skills. Do you know what I'm talking about, Laisha?
I do.
I mean, some practical, logical self-care, not understanding the level of stresses that they create from their fears and how that is affecting their eating habits, their sleeping habits, not having a structure. So what's happening in society is our culture is breaking down, but I really believe while something is breaking down, something is being birthed.
I agree.
And I think something beautiful is going to be coming into the world and the culture around the world, because it's not an I, it is a we. We are a united energy, and that's what we're going to see as a united effort, people coming together. I mean, one of the most beautiful things that a person can do is go out and do acts of kindness. Mm-hmm. If you're shy, it's such a self-esteem builder to acknowledge another human being in sort of like the mystery, the adventure, and you go out and you see a clerk behind the counter and they have a name, it's Alice, and you creatively find a way to engage Alice and make her feel special. You know, you help somebody, you open up a door, you smile, and I mean, you're doing it consciously and cautiously, or I would say, you know, you're discerning. But to bring joy in the world is, I can tell you a great joy story, okay? Mm-hmm. I was invited to the beach a while ago, and I met this very wonderful woman who had an education in color theory, which I was very interested in because of my background in using color psychically. And so we spent a lovely day and together, and we were going to get up early, and we're going to go out and have breakfast. And being on the coast, it was beautiful, and she was a very interesting, very intelligent woman, and we were like girlfriends. We really clicked, and we just chatter, you know, all the way we're going to our breakfast. And she's looking at the people around us. They're all smiling at us, and she's looking at me, and she's going, "Why are they smiling at us?" Well, I said, "I don't know about you, but I'm happy." And I said, "It's a field," and I said, "They're reacting to the field." And she's just sort of couldn't get this, right? So to make a long story short, we ended up in a restaurant, and wherever we went, the attention was on us. And to the point where the waitress didn't want to leave the table because she found us much more interesting than anything else that was going on. The cook came out of the kitchen.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. The cook, the owner, came out of the kitchen and stood there and leaned up against the side of the booth and started having this wonderful conversation. He asked me who I was and what I did, and I told him, and he said, "Next time you come back in town," he said, "come back and see me." He said, "I'd like to talk to you some more, and I'll give you a free breakfast." This woman was so out of the element of understanding what just being natural and joyful is, that she had this demonstration from spirit that was so intense that she didn't get it.
I was teasing you because something like that happened to me at my class reunion. It was my 20th or 25th, and my sister said, "Pauline, you know, you haven't seen these people in 25 years. You got to go and look glamorous, right?" So we went out, got a great dress. My sister fixed my hair and my makeup, and I was feeling so good about myself. I went there, I won the door prize, I won another prize. The guy had a crush on high school that never looked at me, came up to me and told me I was the most glamorous one there.
You were hot.
I was hot. And it was because I was putting out all that joy. I won the door prize, I won another prize. Everybody was gathered around me. So it's, you know, I was just teasing you about the cook. I believe it. It's really true.
It's healing.
It's very true. It's healing.
But
it makes you
what
feel
if
good.
you harnessed it? What if you were consciously aware and harnessed it from here and here and created that from an open heart? That is possible to do.
Well, I feel that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing.
Do you mean the universe now, or do you mean as coaching?
I would say as coaches, therapists,
yes.
that's what we're doing, is we're holding the energy field for them to be able to tap into and to experience, so that they feel the possibility of what is possible. You know, that what's next for them if they can just take some steps. But I feel that's our job, is to radiate that and to give them that vibration.
When it's real, they feel it.
They do.
And they're more apt to actually take that knowledge, those tools that we give them, and take them out into the world. And